anchor bracket, right? In SolidWorks. Metric, file new, part. Settings, options, document properties, units, we're millimeters, we're good. And we hit sketch, and I'm going to draw the bottom first and then build it up. So let's do the top plane. Let's turn on our grid. My grid. There we go. And I'm just gonna start back here with a rectangle. Okay, so we got 24 millimeters from the back end to the center of these holes where this radius is of 13, so that's going to be 37, right? My basic math skills are so bad. It's amazing that I'm able to do what I do, but I got 10 fingers and 10 toes, so I know that much is true. So we got 33 millimeters here with 13 radius here and here, so let's be 26. So that's going to be what, 59? Yeah, 59 that way. And then we have the 13 millimeter radius, so I'm just going to put these fillets on right here, change that to 13, and pick this and pick that. So, okay. Alright. Okay, let me pull these out. Get them out of the way so I can see. Alright, now we have holes, 2 of them, diameter 11, and they're centered concentric with this arc. So if I'll start with that arc so I can find that center point, put them right on those center points, and give them their dimensions, 11 and 11. Okay, get out of there, exit the sketch. Oh, let me go back there. I thought oh no, we're good, okay. And features, extrude, and we're going to come up, and this is 9 millimeters. Again, we can read from the right side up is the bottom up, so that's 9 millimeters. We're going to give that a thickness of 9 millimeters. Alright, now to draw on this back surface, I could just draw on, let's see here, I can put a sketch plane back here and then flip it around so that I can draw in the right orientation. What I'm going to do, since I drew it on that particular plane from the origin point, I'm going to put a sketch plane on the front plane, which is what that sits on. Okay, right? It's sitting right on there anyway. So let's go to that plane. So what, Control 5? Nope, Control 1. There we go. And I'm going to draw that shape right there. No, actually, how I'm going to do this, I'm going to find this center point, right? I'm going to draw a line up here somewhere. I'm just going to guess maybe right here. Okay? And then I'm going to put a 45-degree angle on it with this horizontal down here. Wow, that's pretty stinking close. Heck yeah. Okay, and then I'm 19 from this corner. 19 millimeters from this corner. So I'm going to find my midpoint on this line. Also here, so I see that midpoint. Click on that. And then pick this edge. And then pull a dimension down and 19. Okay, and I'm 64 up from the bottom, so I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to go find this midpoint. There it is. There it is. At the bottom. I put in that, what was it, 64 did I say? 64. 64. See, that's my center point right there. That's where the dimensions are going to, that center point. And that line is, we got a radius of 16, so it's going to be 32, because the 32 millimeter diameter, so that line's going to be 32. So let's just put a 32. Make sure it's an aligned dimension. Don't do this or that. Make sure it's aligned. 32. Okay. Now we'll bring the lines down. We're going to come connect this point and that bottom corner. So I'm going to bring a line from here to that bottom corner. Okay. And then likewise over here, I'm going to go from here to this corner right here. From here to here. So put a line, pick the line command from that dot to that dot. And then I'm just going to connect these dots so I have a closed profile. Then we'll extrude that forward 9 millimeters. So make sure you're going in the right direction when you do this. That's the sketch. Do the extrude. And because if you were to put your sketch on the back surface, the arrow would probably go in the other direction. You would have to flip it. We already got the 9 millimeters in. We're going the right direction. So we're all good. Okay, now we have to build this part. So I'm going to put a sketch plane up here on that surface. Sketch plane. And then I want to be careful where I pick and put a rectangle up here, because I don't want to grab that. Okay, so I'm going to put a rectangle from that corner right there. I'm just going to pull it out. And then I'm going to make this line and this edge collinear. And go. We're good. So that gives us this width. Okay, now I've got this distance here of 29. So we'll put a distance of 29 on that. Here to here. And then I've got this radius 16 arc. I'm going to let's try an arc on that. Let's see if I can find the midpoint. Give me a midpoint right there. Start here, come all the way around to here. So that should be all good and tangent. Let me just double check that. I just want to look at that. Click on that and click on this edge there. Tangency. Okay, this arc, this line, tangent. We're all good. And then we can trim out this guy here. It's going to delete that dimension, but we can pop it back in if we want from that arc to this edge. 29, we're good. Then we want this hole in the center. Oop, don't mean to do that. This hole, which is a radius of 16 and it's concentric. Okay, so it's going to be right on that spot. I'm sorry, radius 16, and that should be a diameter 16, right? Yeah, no, diameter 14. I'm looking at the wrong dimension. Diameter 14. So we'll put a diameter 14 on that. And get out of the dimension. Get out of the sketch. We're going to extrude this straight down. 9 millimeters I'm going with because this is 9 and that's 9. I can't read that. I'm not convinced it says 9, but I don't know what else it would be. I can't read it, but since this is for exercise purposes only, we're going to go with 9 and extrude that down. We want to flip that direction though, because we already started from the top, so we're going to flip that direction that way. 9 millimeters. Okay. All Alright, now the last thing we need to do is do the fillets and rounds. Fillets are weird in SolidWorks, that they're a little bit more tricky than Inventor. So, like, if I hit that, that doesn't work. We'll deal with that later. Let's see, if I hit this corner, oh, let me change that though. What's the radius on these? 3 millimeters. Okay, so that works. That works. That doesn't want to work. Clear that one out. How about this one here? That one doesn't want to work. Let's clear everything. Start at the top. Let's start with just this guy here. Okay, we get that. That's good. Let's take that. Maybe we can work our way down. Let's get this underneath. Try that. Fillets and rounds. Let's see if we can get that. Now that we have that. Yes, we got that. Okay, good. I'm going to take that. I'm going to see if I can get these ones on the side here. Let's hope. No, we don't want all that. So we don't want the top. So let's undo that last one. Let's try to get these first. See if we get happens when we get these first. Okay, good. That's good. I like that. I like that. That looks good. Now let's get this guy here. Up. No, hold on. That's a face. Delete that face. Just want that edge. Alright, we got that. Okay, now let's see if this underneath will work now. Fillet. Good deal. Alright, so let's take that. This bottom one looks like it's going to be problematic. Let me see what we got here. Still a problem. We'll clear that. Let me try this corner. Okay, we'll take that. Let's try this again. Still no go. Clear that. How about this corner right here? Nope, clear that. How about this inside corner? Nope, clear that. Okay, so now I'm going to start messing with the settings. Okay, I'm going to hit this. And down here I'm going to change the parameters from symmetric to asymmetric. Okay. And it gives me 3 millimeters and 10 millimeters. Oh, I don't know why it gave me the 10. What this does is it changes the radius direction from where it's at. So I'm going to change this down to make them both 3 millimeters. And lo and behold, that works. I don't know why that's different from symmetric, because they're both 3 millimeters. Technically it is symmetric, but let's accept it. I did not like it. Okay, let's go back. Let's change one of these to 2 millimeters. Change this top one to 2 millimeters. Okay. Well, that's the bottom one. Let's flip it. I'm going to flip that. Yeah, more like that. So, okay, that worked. Yeehaw. You know about this over here? What are we going to do with this? Let's try symmetric again. 2 millimeters works symmetrically. 2 millimeters. I'll live with that. We really just want to smooth that out. And it's just representing the casting, the smooth edge on the casting. And I want this interior fillet here. Let's go back to the 3 millimeters and see if we can get this guy. No. Let's okay, asymmetric. Change one of these to 2. Flip them. No. Change them both to 2. 2 millimeters. I'll take it. All right. It's in the ballpark. we can always put on the drawing a note that we're just going to say radius is 3 millimeters. All right, so there we have it. There's the, whatever this is called, the anchor bracket. So let me save that. 1301 anchor bracket SOLIDWORKS.